side of the stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens, watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Hello and welcome back to another exciting edition of Dark Side of the Stream. This is episode 240. This week we discussed Jay's pick on Netflix. It's called
Balloon Boy. Trainwreck, Balloon
Trainwreck
Boy
series that we've been really enjoying.
Trainwreck series is great. They're short, they're nice.
Yeah, for me, man. 52
Beautiful.
minutes. I love it.
Yep.
Jay, when he brought this up, he's like, "You don't remember the Balloon Boy?"
I can't believe you don't remember the story.
I was in radio. I had been in this job at that point for at least 3 years. So why I don't, and whenever I get to the part after the whole thing and the family's doing interviews and stuff, I kind of remember that, I think, but it might just be a memory of a memory because I don't.
Katrina got me out of radio for a little while, so this was during that period. But I was in L.A., and I remember we threw a Halloween party, a killer Halloween party, and my buddy showed up as Balloon Boy because this is the story. He had a little silver balloon on a stick over his head, and he was in a box, like hiding in the attic. That was his costume.
That's actually pretty good.
So good, yeah.
So if you don't know, like I didn't, or you do, because Jay, and you're going to have to sit here and listen to it again, this story talks about a pretty interesting family out of Colorado. They had 3 boys, mom and dad together. Seemed like a pretty cool family to me. I mean, if my dad, I came home every day from school, my dad had a crazy, awesome,
here's what we're building today, guys.
We're going to build a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Or, hey, let's build a transformer.
Yep.
Or like,
today we're going to,
like the videos they showed of all the experiments that he did as
very
an engineer.
Cool.
Really cool.
Yeah,
stuff.
Very cool. He definitely had some intelligence. He's a little bit of an intense guy, it seemed like. But
most guys like this, though, are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that is where you get the genius out of them. You don't want to squash that. But basically, he and his family were known for being kind of outside of the box. They did a lot of stuff together. Now, again, I want to hit this home real quick. When you're watching all those videos, you notice something, right? They're always together, always doing things together as a family. Not separate.
No.
One kid's on his phone.
No.
Mom.
Everybody's together.
Everyone was involved
in the yard, putting together stuff.
After all this stuff goes down, and whatever you think happened, at the end of the day, I strongly believe, regardless of what in this situation went down, that he and his wife did a really good job raising that family together. Because again, you look at this world now. You couldn't pay families together than going to cruises.
They're all in separate rooms, or they're at dinner and the kids just doing this.
So I give props to them for being able to figure that out. I know this was in the early 2000s, so we weren't all the way where we are now, but there was a lot of stuff going on. And so basically, the dad is super into UFOs and decides he wants to build one.
I want to build a UFO.
Let's build it. So next we're going to discuss what that was and what happened. Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens, watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern, back in the studio. It's episode 240, Dark Side of the Stream, discussing
Balloon Boy
on Netflix. It's part of the Trainwreck series. So, again, the dad decides he's going to build a UFO with his family.
He comes up with all the plans himself, buys all the stuff at Home Depot.
Good. Puts it together. They get some cans of helium.
Huge silver
Up until this
thing.
point, they keep talking about how one of the middle child, who's 6 at the time, likes to crawl into the little compartment
Falcon.
that he built.
Get out of there, Falcon. His name's Falcon.
Underneath the UFO. And then it's test time. All of a sudden, UFO starts to take off. And the tethers don't hold, and then it just goes.
There goes the UFO. It looked like a UFO flying in the sky.
All this stuff, keep in mind, is on film. They're filming this, right? Because they're trying to film the test, if you will. But after it starts to go on and the dad starts freaking out,
somebody
yelling
says,
at his wife, saying,
"Why didn't you tether it down?"
He's like, "I did."
Then somebody,
the other brother runs over and says, "I think Falcon's in there."
Falcon's in there.
Falcon's in there.
And there he goes.
And then they just take
hundreds of feet up.
So now they're in
flying away.
Freak out mode. Like at one point went up to 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
When the copter was
flew
tracking
forever,
dude. And it was flying.
It looked like a UFO flying through the sky.
And in all of the craziness, they had a neighbor take a picture of it and thought that something had fallen. And so they were like, oh my God.
Did the boy fall out? Nobody can find the kid. The kid's inside the balloon. And then it became a national news story everywhere. Live coverage.
Yeah, it literally, as it's happening, CNN, everyone starts breaking in because they've got eyes in the sky. It's following this helium balloon that's got no control, and it's just being pushed by the wind. And in Colorado, the wind is atrocious. It's constant. And everybody
says this boy's inside.
Yeah, so they're
dude.
watching it. Not a whole lot they can do. He tries to call FAA, close the ground flights. It's going to the airport, and all this madness.
What madness ensued?
Also, you know what? Too props to media guy, to camera dude, who was the first on the scene
when it started coming down
to go. Do you notice what he said first? The first thing that he did when he got there. And he was talking. And this is what drove me nuts because he was driving up and he's talking about how in his mind he was thinking about his kid because he had a kid about the same age.
If my kid was in the balloon,
so he pulls up. What was the first thing he did?
Did he shoot it?
Grab his camera!
Yeah,
garbage.
It's the world we live in, man.
Dude, it's so stupid, though.
It's the world we live in.
You can sit there and tell me that you're concerned about this child and, I've got a kid the same age. Your first thought should have been, I'm literally going to drive as fast as I can into this, jump out of the car, and run as fast as I can.
He actually tried to catch it.
But if you notice, the first thing that he did when he stopped was he goes to the back seat to grab his camera. Then he's like, it's going to fall. Then he drops it and he runs. Do better, please.
Yeah,
God,
well, this is a society we live in.
So anyway, they get it. They are like, oh God, see if this kid's in there. They open it, and he's not there.
Kid's not in there.
So now they're like, okay, we got to start looking. They start going to 50-something miles.
Cops search the house, the parents' house.
3 times.
No kid, yeah.
3 times, according to the CEO on site. Then the search starts. They start going back the path.
Did he fall out along the way like they say?
Oh,
man.
And then all of a sudden, back door opens. Falcon walks in.
Falcon walks in. Got a sandwich? I'm hungry.
Why is everybody crying?
Yeah, why are there so many cops here?
And we'll talk about that next when we return to Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens, watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern, back in the studio. It's episode 240 of Dark Side of the Stream. We're discussing The Balloon Boy on Netflix. So, again, Falcon is safe. He comes out. He's like, what's going on?
Well, hey, guys.
Now it becomes like, well, wait a minute. He was hiding in the attic the whole time?
Yeah.
Well, according to him, he kept tired of getting yelled at about being in the thing.
So
he goes
went
off
and
to
hid.
his new hiding space, which was like this little cove he had found in the garage attic. He said he went up there, hung out, fell asleep. Then he woke up and he was hungry and he left. And he came downstairs and
everyone's
freaking out.
Chaos is ensued. He's a national star, a worldwide star.
Again, he's a 6-year-old boy. And the first interview they do live, he says, "Well, I was doing it for the show."
Weird. This is where it's weird. Yeah.
Now, on live TV, when you hear that, you're like, "Whoa! This was all a scam."
And Dad was a budding reality star in a previous show.
Been on Wife Swap,
right?
And so
he wanted some attention and fame.
They're like, "Oh, this was all but." In their defense, and it makes sense, that day they had the cameraman go up into the attic and shoot and show him all the stuff. He may have gotten confused of the questions being asked.
And I think also that I know the dad was filming all this because he wanted to get a show about inventor family type reality show. So that's for the show,
It makes sense. Yeah. But again, the idea that he would put this kid or make him think that he had risked his child in there.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It doesn't really. That doesn't math out.
There was a little bit of I'm not sure what's going on here.
Are the most attentive parents? Well, obviously not. Well, they bring him in for questioning. He passes a polygraph. His wife doesn't.
They said he was doing stuff to trick the polygraph too, which is very weird.
If that's the case, law enforcement, if we can
trick them,
then what are we doing using them?
Can we trick them?
Yes.
I guess they say
admissible in court.
They say you got to get up and work around and sleep.
You cannot admit a polygraph test.
Yeah, so why do they use them then?
Then as probable cause to then search that something is going. So that's the legality that's irritating to me. I think if I'm right, lawyers call me out if I'm wrong. But from what I understand, it is the polygraph can then be used to get a judge to sign off on an order to search and go further. But then you can't admit the polygraph into court because it's not accurate, and you can beat it. So then, how can it be used?
I don't understand that either. That's a gray area. Yeah.
And in this case, the wife, she's obviously Japanese. She can't speak English very well, and I don't really know if she does know the term hoax or fraud.
Right.
The cops were obviously pissed because they spent all this money and time.
They wanted to pin it on. They wanted to pin something on
Someone
somebody.
was going to pay for it, and also if they make them look bad, it's not on us that we searched the house 3 times and we didn't find him hiding in the attic.
Right.
Because ultimately, when it comes to a missing child case, that's the first thing that you do. You search every part of that house. Just like in my 100-year-old home, there's an attic. Do you think we ever go into it? No. It's hard as hell to get in there. But if Oliver is missing, guess who'd be going
go
up
check
into
there?
the attic?
Yeah, you'd go check there.
This guy.
Well.
But anyway, so at the end of the day, Dad got 30 days. Spent that. Mom got off. They ended up getting a pardon for the governor so that she could become a U.S. citizen, which they did. Cops were not happy about that at all. You can tell they were pissed. That's the thing about the justice system that gets me so irritated is like it becomes personal and you can see where feelings get involved.
It happens a lot.
You can hear
it happens
him
a lot. Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you should be ecstatic because there's not a dead 6-year-old boy. That is
the boy
your job.
survived. Falcon survived. Falcon lives.
And we need to make these people pay.
Falcon lives.
He lived.
What else?
His parents are morons.
What else were you going to do that day? There's probably nothing else going on in that town.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good. Part of a good. You're part of a great story.
Sorry, your feelings got hurt. We're not going to put this guy in jail for 30 days. It's crazy. Anyway, off the soapbox. Let's talk about our reviews of it next. Dark Side of Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark side of the stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens, watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens back in the studio.
Mike the Intern getting heated on 104.7 The Cave.
So anyway, we're discussing Trainwreck,
Balloon Boy.
I give it 4, solid.
Yeah, solid 4. These train wrecks are they're well put together. They're easy to watch. They're short. I wish they were a little bit longer. I mean, every one of them, I'm like, oh, is it already over?
Tells you that they did a great job.
Yeah,
because
they leave you wanting more, which is the rule of pretty much everything.
That's it.
Live performances, leave them wanting more. Radio, leave them wanting more on the breaks. You know,
Come on, Axel, don't give me 2 double albums. Just give me one.
No, right. Leave them wanting more. Exactly.
Just one really.
Is he still doing double albums? No, I don't think they're
suppostly they've got something.
Yeah, they've got something. They're going to wait till they have a double album worth. Maybe they're waiting for the double album. What are we watching next week, Michael?
Next week, another Netflix documentary. This one actually started out as a episode on Unsolved Mysteries for all my Unsolved Mysteries friends out there that know as much about that show as I do. It is called Amy Bradley is Missing.
Yes, perfect. And, I've already started watching it.
Another great example of why you should never book a cruise and go on those all-inclusive resort trips just like Mike the Intern.
I'm going on a cruise soon, so this will be perfect for me.
And again,
if I disappear,
we talk about this.
You'll come find me in the high seas.
Sign it on a piece of paper that if anything happens to you, regardless of the staff,
I'm on my own.
We're not responsible.
At least I could have a burial at sea.
From you. That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Insane. Watch us do this live Facebook at 9 a.m. I do it during my show at that time. Jay does it at 6 p.m. every Thursday. And you can always download these as a podcast for free on our 104.7 The Cave app. I am Mike the Intern.
I am Jay Stevens.
Reminding you.
We watch documentaries, so you don't have to.
It's Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Yeah.